Hello everyone. Happy Saturday to you. This is Sensations with Amber. I am here to do part of my haul. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I've got 11 fragrances that I need to haul. They need to be reviewed. So what I'm going to do is just go in order of the date that I received these fragrances. I'm going to start with the first one, and I'm going to go through number 4 today, and then we'll proceed after that. And there are some that should be here next week. So the first one, before we get started, if you are not subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, check the notification bell, and make sure that it says all when you hit that bell, so that you're notified every time I drop a video, whether it be one of these videos or one of my shorts. Thank you for all of your continued support. It really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it, you guys. Alright, so the first one that I'm going to go over is Gen Z Marshmallow. It's by Hakayet Attar. They are Dubai based, as far as I know. Now, Gen Z Marshmallow I received on July the 28th. Here's the the box. Here's the packaging. Forgive me, guys. It's been a long day, and it was a long day yesterday. Alright, here's the packaging. On the back it says, a confection of dreams where billowy pink marshmallows melts into ripe sugared strawberries, kissed by whips of coconut and the airy blush of freesia. Alright, now this one is inspired by, of course, Young Bougie Marshmallow. I'm not going to spray anything today. I'm just going to tell you about the fragrance, okay? Here's your packaging. It's got some pretty marshmallows on the side. There's the box. Here is the pretty bottle. Look at the dent that I have already put in here. Okay, cap. It's a plastic cap, but it is a pretty light colored pink. I think the bottles are pretty. Alright, so I received the Gen Z Marshmallow on July 28th. This is available on Triple Traders. I'm not sure of the price on there. I got mine from Amazon. Forgive me, guys. I'm in my other bathroom and I am roasting. Okay. My bottle on Amazon was only $32. The notes, this is called a Sweet Gourmand. The top notes are strawberry, lemon, freesia. Middle notes are marshmallow, buttercream, and coconut. The base notes are sugar, vanilla, ambroxan, raspberry, and musk. So if you're one of those people who have a hard time with ambroxan, like me, you may want to be careful of this. So this and the original sounds pretty much, the note, they have a few different notes, but it's pretty much the same. I believe the Yum Bougie Marshmallow has nectarine blossom and orange blossom. It doesn't have any buttercream in that one, and I feel like that's wrong. I wrote down notes here on each time that I wore it. So I normally have an issue with ambroxan as well. I either can't smell the fragrance at all, or it takes a while. And takes a while means it can take me anywhere from 24 hours to 2 weeks to be able to smell that fragrance that has that note in it at all. Okay? This makes my 5th, I believe. Yum Bougie Marshmallow inspired by fragrance, and I will probably get more if I'm able to. This was actually one of the first ones that I heard about, but then I forgot about it. It just slipped my mind. It just went kaput. Alright, so this fragrance was a lot like the original at first. I did open it, spray it, and attempt to wear the day that I got it. It seemed to be just like the original, you know. It didn't last long. It needed time to sit and mature pretty much. So it was very light for me that first day. It lasted probably about 20 minutes. So I put it away, and then I revisited the fragrance somewhere in between the 4 and 6 day mark afterwards, and I was shocked. So Yum Bougie Marshmallow, from the beginning of April when I got it, took from then until present time to give me 5 to 7 hours of wear time. And I still don't think that it's fully matured as it should be yet. So with this, the second time I tried it, I started early. I started before work. I put it on around 6 a.m. Now, this one will not project as much as Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And it won't be as potent, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But while this doesn't project as heavy or project as far as Yum Bougie Marshmallow, Gen Z Marshmallow's longevity puts Yum Bougie Marshmallow to shame. Okay, I had a nice scent bubble, about arm's length or a little more, until about, let's see, I swear I believe it was about 10 o'clock that night. So after that, it became a very close to the skin fragrance, a very intimate fragrance, but I could still smell it easily on my clothes. And when I smelled my wrist, I could still smell it, and I could still catch a whiff of myself as I moved around. So I went on to bed. I woke up around 4 a.m., smelled my wrist that morning, and I could still smell a light powdery vanilla, slightly marshmallowy fragrance. I could definitely tell what the remnants of the fragrance had been. And I was in total shock at that. I'm not kidding you. I was in total shock. So after that, I immediately applied. Well, I took a shower, then immediately applied a fragrance again around 12 o'clock the next day. And the results were the same. I messaged the friend who reminded me of this fragrance's existence, just to see what kind of experience she had had, and her experience was something similar as well. So I almost passed on this fragrance because I have so many with the same DNA, and I am beyond happy that I didn't. If you should order this, you smell it and think, it's light, it's not all that. It is, it's very light, and I put it away. So put it away for about a week, then come back and visit it again. Give it a good full try. This is one of the least talked about Young Bougie Marshmallow inspired by fragrances, but this is quickly became one of my favorites. Most people get it and they smell it and think it's too weak and send it back or whatever. And out of the 5 inspired buys that I have, which include Marshmallow Blush, Pink Blush, I have Candylicious, I have Cloud Candy, and this. I feel like I'm missing something. I could be, I don't know. Would I still purchase Young Bougie Marshmallow? I think eventually I would. While I use all these inspired by fragrances, maybe the next Young Bougie Marshmallow can be in the closet learning how to act. So Gen Z Marshmallow, this is a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Alright guys, that is Gen Z Marshmallow for the first one. Now, the second one. Boy. The second one was Arabia Prestige Amber Vanilla. And I'm not even going to be able to show you the bottle because here it is. It's in a box ready to ship back. But I can't get TikTok to understand that I don't have access to a printer. And I cannot get them to send me a QR code for the post office to be able to scan the code to be able to print the label. There is a short on my channel if you want to see the bottle and everything. It's all there if you want to check that out. It's called Amber Vanilla. I got this one on the 29th, the day after I got Gen Z Marshmallow. That fragrance literally made me sick. Literally made me sick. Instant headache, instant nausea. And fragrances don't do that. They just don't do that to me. This was, like I said, created by Arabia Prestige. According to Google, that is inspired by Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium, YSL's Black Opium. It has notes of citrusy mandarin, bergamot, leather, saffron, spicy ginger, rose, jasmine, sweet amber, and earthy patchouli. Sorry, starting at rose, jasmine, sweet amber, earthy patchouli, that's the middle. Sorry, all that other stuff was just the top notes. The base notes were oak moss, white musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. So this is why this fragrance right here is exactly one perfect example of why I have to stop blind buying perfumes. I did not have access to the notes list at the time of the purchase. It was a TikTok live. I don't do leather. I don't do saffron. I don't do florals. I don't do patchouli. And that has so many scary notes in it. I sprayed it one time on the back of my hand, and it was just not for me. I think a lot of other people do like this fragrance, but to me it reminded me of an old basement or attic that had been shut up for about 20 years and was being opened for the first time, and that was the smell that you got. I immediately went to wash it off. I washed with hand soap, wouldn't bring it off. Antibacterial soap, wouldn't bring it off. Dawn, wouldn't bring it off. I smelled it on my skin well into the following evening. That's the whole next day. All day long I could smell that stuff. I tried to return it because TikTok supposedly does free returns. Like I said, they don't understand I don't have access to a printer. I did get in contact with customer support and asked him to send me the QR code. Like I said, he said that there is a QR code in the email they send you with your return. No, there's not. There is not, nowhere. So I got back in touch with customer service, and I got a human each time I contacted customer service. The second time I explained to this person the situation, and he just blatantly lied. Well, I don't know if he lied or what, if it just didn't go through. He said that he could get me a refund without having to return the product. So what he did was put in a request for a damaged item that I received. My refund was denied. So I am just stuck with that now. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Now, moving on to the third one I received on July the 31st. This is by Paris Corner. I actually got this one from Amazon as well, but it is also on the Aroma Concepts website. This is Molten Caramel. This is one that I have actually wanted for almost a year now. And now I wish I'd never bought it. I paid $42 on Amazon when I ordered this. That was $42. I ordered it and received it July the 31st. As of yesterday, it was down to $29, y'all. Here's the packaging. It's just a basic cardboard box. Here is the bottle. So, this is not the issue. This is the issue, okay? Here's the notes. Top notes, white chocolate. Middle notes, milky, caramel. Base notes, vanilla, brown sugar, praline. That's the full notes list on the Aroma Concepts website. Out of every note that I just read to you, did you hear anything in there that remotely sounded like you would get a popcorn note in this? No, I didn't think so either. But that's exactly what I got. So think of being in a movie theater. You're in the line at the concession stand, and you smell the hot popped buttery popcorn, and that's all that you can smell. I was so mad. I'd been excited for this perfume. So as soon as I got it, I ripped the plastic off, opened the box, and I took it outside to spray it so that my husband didn't get upset. And I went to town on myself with this. Oh yes, I did. I probably sprayed myself a good, see, one on each wrist, both inner elbows, more sprays on my upper arm, a spray over each shoulder. I skipped my neck and chest area, skipped behind the ears, skipped the breast area, so that the smell wasn't all up in my nose, so that I could try to get a better feel for it. That's what I try to do with all of them. And then I sprayed the lower half of my shirt and my pants, and about that time it hit me. No white chocolate, no milkiness, no caramel, no praline, no vanilla, no brown sugar, just hot, buttery popcorn drowned in caramel. They got the caramel part right. I mean, I just sighed and shook my head, went back inside. I gave it time to change. I did. I wore it, well, I sat around in that stench for about 2 hours, actually. No change in it. None whatsoever. This is a beast mode of a fragrance. I'll give it that. It had a huge scent bubble. I had to shower to get the smell off of me. And whenever I went to wash a load of clothes, about 3 days later, my clothes still had that smell on it, just as strong as it did like when I first sprayed it. So with this one, I feel completely lied to. Nothing in the notes suggests popcorn anything. I've only smelled popcorn in 2 other fragrances. That is the one that came in my recent Scentbird subscription, the little travel from Viva More Perfumes called Caramel Pop. The name might suggest popcorn in it, you know. And Cirque du Soleil, which also everyone knows has popcorn in it as well. But while it does have that popcorn note, it has caramel and all the other Carnival Circus things. I don't pick up the popcorn in Cirque du Soleil at all. I have a 10 ml decant of it that I wanted to try before I buy, you know. So, why would a fragrance with white chocolate milky, caramel, vanilla, praline, brown sugar. Give popcorn. Why? I would return it, but I bought it from Amazon, and with Amazon, when you buy perfumes, you can't return them. They're non-refundable. So 0 out of 10, I do not recommend, unless you like that hot caramel popcorn smell thing, then go for it. You know, you might love it. I've not smelled it again or even had it out again until now. So, you know, if that's something that you like, to smell like edible caramel popcorn, this is your thing right here. 100% yes. Now, the fourth one and the last one that I'm going to do today, and I have a lot to say about this. I have a lot to say. This is Victoria by Lattafa. Here's the packaging. Here's the side. It's like a almost leathery type feeling material. 100 ml. This literally, it looks like a bottle that a queen from the 17 or 1800s would have had on their vanity, their dresser. It seriously does. I absolutely love it. Here's the back. Look at the detail around this cap. Has the Lattafa stamp on top. Now let's get into Lattafa. I received Lattafa on August 2nd. So the top notes in this are lemon meringue pie, middle notes neroli, base notes vanilla. So the price on the Lattafa website is $49.99. The price on TikTok was $40.49, unless you catch it on a live stream, and you can get it for even less than that. Victoria is said to be inspired by Dolce & Gabbana. I've never had the pleasure of smelling that one. I have wanted to. I have thought about picking it up several times, but something just kind of deterred me from it, and I just never did. So here I have this instead. I do like a lot of Dolce & Gabbana fragrances, but they are very pricey to be a designer fragrance house. So I can't speak on Devotion, but I can speak on this. Victoria was marketed as being a photorealistic lemon meringue pie, which I do happen to think smells good, despite my dislike for the actual dessert. The first day I received, smelled, and ended up having to wear, Victoria came off on that first day, at least to my nose, as a very photorealistic, cut open or sliced up lemon. For a long while, it was just a very sour, tart, zesty lemon smell, but it never went in the direction of lemon scented cleaning supplies. And I really don't like lemon scented cleaning supplies. I prefer any other scent than that. I just don't like it. after a couple of hours of pure sour lemon and nothing else, I started to notice that the longer the fragrance sat on my skin, the sweeter it became. Now keep in mind, this was still the first day that I received it when I was wearing it. I got that bright, tart, sour, lemony opening, and then finally some sweetness after a couple hours. That day, this fragrance lasted probably around 5 hours on my skin, maybe 2 to 3 hours more on clothes, which is not bad, you know, traveling, mail shop, all that. The fragrance did project beautifully for the first 2 to 3 hours. My husband even said that it smelled nice. Then it settled into a nice, close to the skin scent, very intimate fragrance. Please keep in mind that scents are subjective, everyone, okay? You will most likely not have the same experience with fragrances that I do. I normally even make it a rule not to wear fragrances the first day that I receive them. I normally just open them, and I open my package, I spray the fragrance out probably 6 to 8 times outside or into something that I can close very quickly, because of my husband, and then I'll spray it on a tester strip that first day and see what I can get from it like that. And then I'll put the fragrance back inside its box and put it in the perfume closet for a few days. After that, I normally test it for the first time. Mail shock is a real thing, okay? Several people told me several things about mail shock. The point is, after traveling in the heat or the cold, no matter the season, being bounced around, your fragrance needs time to rest after traveling. This is true. I have smelled many fragrances as soon as I got them, put the fragrance away for a few days, and then I go back to my fragrance and it smells completely different. I know it's hard to get scent mail after all that waiting and then have to open it up, spray it out just to clear the nozzle in the bottle to get air to it, and then only get to smell it on paper. So for almost another week, let's see, yeah, I put it away for about another week. 1 or 2 sprays on your skin won't hurt, I guess, but you really can't tell a true, feeling of what you're going to get, or in this case, a smell of what you're going to get from your fragrance until it's had time to recover from traveling in the extreme heat or cold. It is a real thing. I didn't believe it at first, but I learned really quick that people weren't just joking or playing with me about it. So my second wear of Victoria, I immediately got that bright, zesty, tart, realistic lemon smell again at first. This time it only lasted 10 to 15 minutes, and there was that beautiful sweetness. About an hour into my wear the second time, I picked up something like a flaky pie crust. A very nice change, much better than the first day wear, the sweetness. What I got was like a lemon custard, or maybe like a lemon pie filling, like a lemon curd. It was giving something slightly sugary. The fragrance it's still very realistic, as I said before, very realistic lemon, sliced up possibly lemon juice. You ever seen the lemon juices from the grocery store? They're in the vegetable and fruit aisle, and they're in a round. They have lemon and lime, so they have yellow and green. The lemon's in the yellow, of course. They have it's just a round plastic bottle. They have a piece of plastic that goes into the tiny hole. You peel that open to your juice. Those are the most realistic lemon and lime juices that I've ever tried or smelled. So this fragrance, it still has that tart, sour, zesty. At the same time, it's kind of light and airy. The fragrance is very refreshing. It's not cloying at any time or overpowering at all. Along with the light, airy feeling, I got almost this whipped quality to it. Something almost fluffy and slightly toasted, like the topping on the lemon meringue pie. It comes off as light and airy toasted marshmallow to me, to my nose. But marshmallow is not listed in the notes. Extra thick, light, creamy, airy meringue topping is clearly there after 2 hours of wear. But I also got that thick, flaky pie crust that was slightly buttery. This fragrance just after a few days has gone from being sliced lemon or tart lemon juice, so realistic it almost made me smack or pucker my lips when I first smelled it. And then after a couple of hours, getting that little bit of sweetness to getting a full-on dessert. Now, I don't like the taste of the dessert, but I like the smell of it. So, the opening is bright, tart, zesty, refreshing, almost lip-smacking, tongue-clicking, sour face-on smell. But only for 10 minutes or so. It's not going to be bothering anybody else. It's changed in just this little bit of time that I have it. So, think like a custard, but it's light and airy, like a whipped up lemon custard that's fluffy and has almost a fresh baked toasty smell. Like I said, I honestly pick up a fluffy, airy marshmallow pie topping with flaky, buttery pie crust. I absolutely love Victoria. So there's that. Now, the next time, the next fragrances, I've already got the Jardin des Papillons and the Papillon des Vents. I've got the Arabiat Prestige Nila Vanille, got the Arabiat Prestige La Di Da, Rosola Elite, Arasat All Arab, Hakayet Attar Giggle Puff, and the Achal Vanilla. So all of those are still to come, along with a lot of other fragrances that are supposed to come next week. So I will break them down I guess. I don't know. I may just do after to keep content for content issues. I will probably do like I did today and split the fragrances up into 4 or 5 and review each fragrance as I do the videos, if that's okay with you guys. But we've got a lot more to come, trust me. Got some big surprises coming up, guys. I'm really excited. That is all for now. I have held you long enough. Get your nose on Gen Z Marshmallow. Get your nose on Victoria. I don't know how you feel about Amber Vanilla. Some people love it. I don't know how you feel about a popcorn note in the molten caramel, but it's up to you. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you guys soon with another fragrance haul video and a few more reviews. Bye, guys. Love you.